my whole right side of my face was like paralyzed. And
Hey guys, welcome to Too Personal. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm Joy Taylor and very excited to have Heather Sanders in studio with us.
hi.
She has grown up in front of all of us, founding Sorella Boutique in 2012 and turned it from a small online shop to one of the most recognizable fashion brands to come out of the social media era. Mother of 3, navigating a long-term relationship in the public eye and evolving through different seasons while everyone watches. And that is kind of where I want to start because I feel very much in that space right now. I spent most of my career in sports, and this podcast is not about sports. It's kind of about me. And now I'm getting the experience of people like getting to know me ish because there's like was another version of me. That person's dead. So everyone is confused as to what's happening. Do you find it really difficult to go through different phases of your life publicly?
Very difficult. But I think I handle it pretty well. It's just like this is where I'm at now. You either love it or get with it or don't.
What formed that mentality? Because I'm not sure how I feel about any of it. I haven't decided if I even like it yet.
Why?
Well, because I've been in the public eye, but sports is not about me. It's about someone else.
It's about somebody else. Yeah.
You know, now I'm talking about my experiences and my thoughts and my beliefs and my relationships and what I care about. And I'm fine with people not liking me. I consider that to be an honor. But when you aren't sure exactly where you stand on things, it's preserved forever. Like you look back at certain things that you've said or done in the past that were public and you're like, I would never ever do that again.
I know. Yeah, you learn. And I think that's what it's about. Is you just take life as it goes and you learn and you're like, okay, I'll never do that again. I'll never forget my first online fight on the internet. And I was like, oh my God, that's so embarrassing. I look back at it now 10 years ago. I'm like, oh my God, that's so embarrassing. I will never act like that on the internet ever again because it is there forever. But it's like, I've learned, my lesson. So, yeah.
Do you feel like people have a hard time adjusting to a new version of you though? Because that is the thing about the internet, right? Like it's forever. It is and it isn't. Like we all move on from things very quickly.
Yeah.
But when something comes up, people are like, oh, that's the girl that did this. And it's like a part of your story, even though it's in reality, it's so far from who you are.
People will they're either going to like it or they're going to, they're going to love it or they're not. So it's like, I'm changing, I'm growing up. I'm not going to be the same person, in my life. I'm older. And I think people will just, if they love you, they'll just stick with you through every season. You know what I mean? No matter how you change. And if they don't, they fall off and you gain new supporters and fans and keep it going.
How do you balance your family life being in the public eye? Because I have had multiple public relationships and I have no interest in being in another public relationship because of my experience being in public relationships in the past. And it's not necessarily because it was overall bad. I just found that relationships are very hard.
Yeah.
Any kind of relationship, friendship, romantic relationship, being a mother, being a business owner. But when you add the public's opinion and thoughts and kind of that energy to it, it is another challenge. Like one of the things that I used to explain to people is I would post a picture of me and my partner. And then so that starts the clock. And then if 2 weeks later I post again, then the clock is every 2 weeks she posts them. If I don't, and I go 3 weeks, because I don't know, I had some other stuff to post, I would have people that know me, like that are in my life, be like, oh, like, how are things? I haven't seen him in a while. Like, he's sitting next to me having breakfast. Like, what do you mean? It's Instagram.
I know.
Like, what are you talking about? But it's their clock. Because that's the life. Like you're public now.
Yeah. Ever since I've been in a relationship, it's just always been public.
Yeah.
Like ever since I met Terrell, we posted each other on, I think it was like Twitter or something back in the day, 2010. And we've just
The good days of Twitter.
I love Twitter, MySpace, all the things. And right when Instagram, I remember the day I made an Instagram, and my first post, I still have it on my Instagram till this day, is just me and Terrell. So I've always just, I've always just been public. So I don't know anything different. And when I first had my kids, I was like, okay, I'm going to show my kids. Like, I never was like scared, like, or that private to be like, oh, I'm not going to show my kids, the world, my kids. I never was like that. I post right when my baby popped out. I posted her, Zoe, like, here's my baby. Like, I don't know. I've just always been really open and ready to like share myself, my relationship, and my family with the world. And it's kind of hard because people are just very judgmental and people are so nosy too. But I feel like I handle it pretty well. I don't really mind or care. And Terrell really helps me get through that too, because he just is like, he doesn't care what anybody thinks. And he's kind of like implemented that into me. And he's just like, do what you want, do what you like, do what you feel. And the people will, they'll
do
in
what
line.
they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it ever trickle over into your relationship? Because people do have a lot of opinions about your relationship.
Yeah. It never has until like recently. It never has bothered me until like recently. I don't know why it's getting to me now, but I think it's because we have a podcast. We've never like actually like, we have like a family YouTube channel and we post each other on Instagram and stuff like that. But we have like a relationship podcast, and I don't know. I feel like it's really, really personal, and people are like really interested now, and they don't agree with like a lot of things about our relationship. So it has kind of gotten to me, just like negative comments and stuff like that. But just now, like the last year.
I mean, it does change when you start having like the conversations.
Yeah.
If you can, and that's kind of what I'm saying about this podcast with me is like, yeah, it's different. And people think for some reason, unless I'm saying I'm giving you advice, I'm not actually giving you advice. Unless I explicitly say, let me give you some advice. I'm not telling you what to do with your life. Like, you should do what you want with your life. And
Yeah.
you don't know me well enough. And you haven't had enough time to know me publicly. And I don't know if you feel this way also, to just like to know the nuances of why I've made this decision.
Right. People only know what you put out there.
Right.
So, they don't know what goes on inside your household or your relationship. Like, we're not putting our full relationship on there. This is one little topic, and people don't know our history. So I'm just like, I don't know. It's a mess.
I get it. Do you think that the engagement is the thing that people have the most opinion about?
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
People are they just want to know why we're not, like, why I've been engaged for so long and why we haven't actually like made it official. But we have our own like personal reasons why we haven't made it official. In the beginning, like ever since I got engaged, because I got engaged in like 2012 and then again in 2017 or something like that. And there's just like reasons why we weren't able to do it at the time, and now we're just like procrastinating a little bit. But yeah, I'm not really pressed to be married. I want it, but when the time is like right, and I feel like I kind of already am. I have my family intact, like we're good, and like a piece of paper is not really going to change much,
Do you see how people would react to you saying that you want it and you are engaged and have been engaged for a long time but haven't done it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel that way, by the way. But I'm saying, like, if someone was listening to this, it would be like, well, you are married. You are like kind of essentially married. You have been engaged.
Pretty
you have your
much.
family, and you're saying that you want it, but not doing it.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying, what are you saying? What are you asking?
Like, what do you think that's like there are some critiques that are like kind of out there.
Yeah.
But if your guys are talking about this publicly, someone might come to that conclusion that you actually don't want to be married.
Mm. Yeah. I don't know where to go from this. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's something that I probably would actually have to figure out. Because I'm really not like, it doesn't make me feel any different way if I was to
Mhm.
get married today or if I was to stay engaged with him. I still feel the same.
Yeah, I mean, I've been married and was engaged after I got divorced,
Hmm.
and I don't want kids. So for me, I'm constantly asked like if I would get married again or if I want to get married. And I think the the paperwork is important
Hmm.
if it means something to you. If it doesn't mean something to you, it's not important.
Yeah.
And like I don't know how else to
Is the paper?
explain
Why is
that.
the
Like,
paperwork important as far as just like
yeah,
financials?
I think if it matters to you, it's
Yeah.
important. And like that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
to me, I would only get married if it made absolute like sense.
Hmm.
Like we are planning on living out of the country. So we got to have all of our paperwork in order or something. Like we
Yeah.
have all this property together. I don't know. Like it just came down to it. Like we're never getting divorced. So let's just get married and just make all this paperwork easier.
Yeah. Exactly.
Maybe that. I don't want kids. So if I was to have kids, I probably would feel differently about getting married because I wouldn't have kids unless I was married, but I don't want kids. So it's a mute point anyway. So it's just like, this is a fairy tale conversation for me. I think that partnership is more important than marriage.
Yeah. Same.
And I don't say that in a way to deplete like the idea of family, but a lot of people are married and don't have a family.
Exactly.
And I think that building a partnership is more important than that.
I think so too. And that's what we have. We have we're like best friends. Like we have a really good partnership. We have everything that like a married couple will have. We have businesses together. We own property together. So we might as well be married.
Well, I mean, depending on what state you're in, you might legally already be
we definitely are
married.
like legally
Common law
Yeah,
married.
common law.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it's hard that when you're in the public eye, people are going to have opinions about that. And obviously marriage and relationships, and you guys have a relationship podcast, that people are going to have opinions about it. It
I
is
get
the
it.
thing on the internet to have an opinion about is relationships. And I actually have a theory on that. It's because, everybody doesn't have opinions about politics.
Hmm.
Everyone doesn't necessarily, even though politics affect everybody, everyone doesn't necessarily tap in. Everyone doesn't have deep feelings about history or finances or art or music or movies. Relationships are something everyone on earth experiences
Yeah.
in their own way, whether they never have relationships, so they have opinions about it because of that, or because they have a different relationship every single week. Whatever spectrum you're on, everyone has very strong feelings about it. And I think that's why the conversations, one, get so toxic, but
Yeah.
two, I think it's why it just has a chokehold on us.
I know. The goal is to like find partnership and love in life. Like that's the whole goal in life. And yeah, I mean, I think I found it. And I think that people are that are negative about it are just like haters a little bit.
Yeah, and I think that's another part of the reason, like the trade-off of being in a public relationship is that people feel an ownership over your experience. Like
Mhm.
sometimes we've talked about this before with the Meg Thee Stallion Clay Thompson situation, which I still am having conversations about. You could not believe it. People still have opinions about this. I think it's circulated back up again, didn't it? Yeah. I'm like, I don't know these people. I
What
don't
happened?
know them. Like, well, there's people just asking, like, well, do you think he really cheated? Like, I don't know these people.
Yeah.
This is not like, I thought they were cute together. That is the entirety of my opinion on their relationship. I
Same.
don't know these people.
Yeah.
Ask me about people I know personally, and I'll probably give you the same answer. But at least I'll be lying to you. Like, what do I know about what goes on in their home? Nothing.
Right.
I don't know if what she's saying is true. I honestly do not care. It's not my business.
Exactly.
And aspiring to be someone else's relationship is very weird, I think,
Yeah.
because you don't know what goes on with them. And you shouldn't take advice from everyone. Are you someone who asks for advice in your relationship
No,
from
never.
a lot of people?
No. I don't ask anybody advice for anything.
when it comes to relationships.
When it comes to relationships,
Yeah.
nobody knows my business.
Good. No, me and Haley had this conversation a couple weeks ago, right? About, I have a thing with like my married friends
Uh-huh.
where I don't want to know about your business. Like if you are one of my sisters and you come to me and you want to share something with me, like I'm all ears, I will listen to you. But I'm very hesitant to give advice, especially any kind of permanent advice, unless you're being harmed, of course. But like that's not been the case. So I like a marriage or a partnership like yours, like that is not I am out of married people's business.
Yeah. The only person that I talk to about my relationship is like maybe my mom. When I'm having like a really hard time, and I'll go to her. But a lot of my friends, ever since our like viral clip surfaced, my friends have like reached out to me, and they never reach out to me about my relationship ever. But they're just like, they're kind of like giving me advice and like their opinions and stuff. And I'm like, I didn't ask for it, but thanks for giving it to me. And it makes me look at things differently. And I'm like, okay, maybe we should handle things differently. Like we're in front of cameras now. Like, yeah, like I need this advice. And I don't know. I'm an Aquarius. I'm just like really to myself, and I just do my own thing, and I'm in my own little world. But I do appreciate the advice. But me to go ask and be like, hey, what do you think about me and Terrell and like our viral clip? I'm not doing that. Maybe I should.
Wait, no. I don't think you should. Don't do that. No. I'm gonna go. Bree's married. She's like, no, don't do that. No. I don't think that you should get a lot of advice from people when you are married or in like a very serious relationship. I think the more people you get advice from on anything, the more voices go on in your head. And even if someone means well for you,
yeah,
they're probably biased. They're probably inserting their own traumas and experiences into the situation. And at the end of the day, that's not their man.
Yeah, exactly.
So I've seen people walk away from their whole life, and I'm like, you are like, do what you want to do, but I want you to know on the other side of this is the streets, and the streets are not for everybody. Streets are not for everyone.
The streets are not for me.
You are not an alley cat. You're an inside cat. Keep that pussy inside, okay? There's outside pussy, there's inside pussy. You are an inside pussy.
For sure.
The pussy cat stays inside. Inside, you like your milk, and you got to fend for your own milk outside.
Exactly.
You don't want to be out there. Trust me. It can be fun. You're gonna have some experiences, but you gotta fight for your own meals, and it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
It really is tricky business.
I know.
And also, when people know too much about your partner, they then start to have problems with your partner that you don't have.
Right. Exactly.
Because there are ups and downs in relationships, and your forgiveness level that you have for your partner, sometimes your friends don't have that.
Yeah.
Or your family, for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
So you're doing the right thing.
Okay.
So you're saying you were okay with the advice that they gave you?
Yeah, I was okay with it. I'm like, I feel like it was good advice.
Was it more advice along the lines of like, you should be more guarded about what you guys share?
Yeah. Just be a little bit more cautious, like what you guys are sharing in front of the cameras, and just making sure that you guys are respectful of each other, because it's got crazy. And the podcast space is like new to us. Like the last 4 years we've been in the podcast space, and we have a good time. Like it's fun. Like it's literally just us in front of cameras having fun. We drink, so it's just like, we're not like polished and have our cards and our answers and everything right. It's just, us freestyling.
You're just having a kiki. Yeah.
So it's like, ooh, maybe some things should not be on camera. You know what I mean? Because people don't get it.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, I could see that being really difficult.
Yeah. So I'm like, maybe we should not drink anymore. Maybe we should, just bring it down a little bit and
you still
keep it
have
cool.
fun. But the drinking thing, I don't know how you guys handle your liquor. I could not drink and be on air.
Yeah.
I will get canceled.
Well, because mainly we were going live. Like when he started his podcast and stuff. So it was just live. Like you couldn't cut anything. Our relationship podcast, we still do drink and stuff, but it's like, okay, we can cut this. And, we kind of have a little bit more control in that way. But some of the podcasts that we were doing live and we were just like drinking and stuff. It's just not good. It's just not good at
Well,
all.
like you said, you live and you learn. And that's
Exactly.
kind of part of the journey of being a public figure, like being in that space. What have you learned about yourself as a woman recently?
What have I learned about myself as a woman recently? I've just been like giving myself grace and just like I'm changing. I feel like I am 36. I have 3 babies, businesses, and I feel like I never really put myself first. And this point in my life, I'm like actually putting myself first. And I've learned so many different things. And I'm just like taking everything that I've learned and implementing it into my life now. And I'm just like living my life. I feel like I'm finally able to do what I want to do. Um, I feel like I'm actually like a grown up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know how to explain it. And I just love my life right now. Like, I've been hanging out with my friends, and I never used to do that. Like, I've always just been in the house with my kids or with Terrell or trying to get myself back together because I went through a lot of postpartum depression. I had gained a lot of weight, and just like being a business owner in itself is just hard too. So I feel like I'm just free now, and I'm just like living my best life. And I love that for me.
Are you done with kids?
I think so. I don't want to. I said I want one more, but Terrell's like, Heather, I love this side of you. Like, I started having kids when I was 25 years old, so I'm like, okay, maybe I'll be done. I have 3 beautiful kids, and one just moved into her own room, so I kind of have like my bed back for the first time. Me and Terrell in our bed because we've always had kids in our bed.
Yeah.
So he's like, I like this for us. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll be done. If a baby does happen, it's just going to be an accident.
How was the experience of postpartum? Did you feel supported through that journey?
Not really. No. Terrell was like, well, as far as with Terrell, no. He didn't understand postpartum. He was like, this is not real. When I told him, I'm like, it is very real. Something's happening, and I have to go like see somebody. I have to go to like therapy or something. And then he got on it. He started to support me, but my mom was like really there for me through it all. She has 4 babies, but postpartum is hard, and you can't do it by yourself. You can't. I mean, a lot of the work is inside work that you have to do by yourself. I remember I would wake up every morning and like try to meditate and like stretch and just like do different things, pray in the morning before I started my day, and just different things like that. But I did need like therapy to help me get through that. And somebody just watching my baby, I had to like hire help. I didn't have a nanny. So I was like, okay, let me get that. And you can't do everything by yourself. Everything does take, it takes a village. But I think that I can do everything alone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I told her, I was like, this is very serious. Like, it's not a game. Like, I knew something was wrong with me.
So you
know what I
recognized
mean?
it yourself.
Yeah.
Did
I'm
you
like,
have it? So you had it with your youngest.
my second baby.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you had already had a baby in the house when you were dealing with it also.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a lot.
it's a lot. So, and I knew it was serious, and I'm like, and it took me a long time to get out of that. And then I don't think I was fully out of it, and I got pregnant with my 3rd baby. And I was like, oof, I don't know if I want to do this because I'm not in a good space right now. But my 3rd baby helped me get through. She helped me get over. Well, the pregnancy was just like super easy, and the labor was like super easy. And when she came, I'm just like, it was so worth it because I was in such a dark time when I got pregnant with her. But then once I had her and went through it all, because I didn't even want to have the baby. And I was telling my mom, I was like, I'm pregnant, but I don't know if I want to have this baby because I'm still depressed as fuck. I'm like still overweight. Like, I don't feel good about myself. Like, I'm not in a good space. And my mom's like, every pregnancy is different. Every labor is different. Have your baby. You'll be fine. And I feel like God just was like, he knew I needed that baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He knew I needed her, and she just came at the most perfect timing. And she just made such a positive impact in our life and in my whole family's life. It's like she's just like meant to be here. And I needed her. God knew I needed her. So I'm happy I went through with it.
And you didn't have any postpartum with her?
No postpartum.
It's really fascinating, just like a woman's body and all of the things that we go through. I mean, I don't have any children, obviously, but I have 15 nieces and nephews. So I have seen, well, 14, but I'm 15 in a month. I've seen so many different pregnancy stories. And I'm so glad that more and more women are talking about postpartum, because I feel like a part of like our generation of women is that we don't shy away from talking about the things that we experience. Like right now, perimenopause is a big conversation, and I am like talking about it because I'm like, are you doing this too? Like, I feel like a crazy person because there's so much about like what we go through as women that is attached to shame. Like they want us to have all these kids. They want us to get married. They want us to make these families. They want us to raise these families, but they don't want us talking about any of the things that are required of us physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, to financially, to make this happen.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's too much.
And on top of all of that, you have another child and a partner.
Yeah.
As well. That's like,
we need you.
Yeah, relying on you, you know, for a lot. So that's, I'm really proud of you that you're speaking about that, because I think a lot of women feel a lot of shame attached to those experiences. And they feel kind of not like they've failed, but they are failing. And
you feel like that in the midst of it all.
Yeah, especially as a mother, because you have these expectations on you, and not even just, you have expectations of yourself. Like you have a tiny person that doesn't speak English who's relying on you. Like you need to be there as a parent. How are you giving yourself grace lately?
I'm just like roll with the punches. You live and you learn. Just like everything's okay, Heather. Oh, you know, you did this wrong. It's okay. Like, cause I used to beat myself up. Like any little mistake I'd make, or I did this wrong, or I wasn't there for this, or I wasn't there for that. And I'm just like, it's okay. Like, I'll never forget. I was like, oh, Mom, I want to go on this vacation, but I don't know if I want to go. My baby was like 4 months or 5 months old or something. It was my birthday. I was like, I'm going to go on vacation for my birthday, but I feel so bad because I'm going to leave my little baby. And my mom's like, go on your vacation. You need it. You deserve it. She was like, your baby won't even remember, Heather. She's like, she's only 4 months old. Like, just go live your life. I'm like, okay, I needed that.
Yeah, sometimes you need that push and reassurance.
Yeah, you do.
For sure. But I've been on vacations with
the mom guilt.
The moms, and yeah, the mom guilt is real.
It is so real. It is so real. But I'm like, as long as I disperse myself evenly, you know what I mean? Yeah. Time for my kids, my businesses, my partner, myself. But yeah, I'm kind of selfish with myself right now.
There's chapters and seasons where you have to do that.
Yeah.
And it actually, I think, when you get to a certain space, like with motherhood, certainly with business, and as you grow as a woman, you realize how much you're constantly pouring into other people. And then you realize the crash of not pouring into yourself.
Yeah.
And how bad that is.
Yeah. I felt that crazy. I'm like, oh my gosh, because if you don't pour into yourself, and if I'm not strong and I'm not mentally strong or healthy, and I'm the queen of the house, you know, my kids are looking up to me, like everybody's like relying on mom and, you know, Heather. So I have to be strong and I have to take care of myself, else I'm not gonna be able to take care of anybody in here. So once I understood that, and once I started like pouring into myself, everything around just got so much better.
Do you feel more confident now than you did, say, 5 or 10 years ago?
Yes. This is the most confident I've ever been in my life, I think.
Where do you think that comes from?
Just through everything that I've went through. Just with, majority of it is just with like how I looked, gaining weight, getting over postpartum, failing in business, or not failing, just like learning different things, and just online like judgment. You kind of just get strong out of nowhere, you know, you kind of just don't care anymore. And that's where I'm at now. So.
Yeah, I relate to that very much. I was talking to someone the other day about being 20 again And I was like, no, thank you. I'm fine. Like,
Yeah.
I am my body is not what it was when I was 20.
I used to
Okay.
care so much about what people felt or thought about me when I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
I used to care so much. And
I
I'm
don't
like,
care at all.
yeah, now the older you get, I think it comes with age too and just experiences. You just don't care what people think. And I feel like that's why I'm so happy in my life, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just like, you either love it or you don't.
Well, also, I think what you realize is everybody has their, 15 seconds to leave a comment or something, but they're worried about themselves. They're worried
Exactly.
about their own life. They're paying their own bills. They're worried about their own relationship problems. They're worried about their own, little chunky pooch thing that they've got going
Yeah.
on. They're not really worried about you.
Mm-hmm.
You censor yourself in every conversation when you're young because you feel like the world is looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just passing through. It's just
Exactly.
for a moment that they see you, and then they're on to the next thing, especially on the internet. And it's really empowering, especially as a woman, to really like when you start to feel the power that you saw and see in other women when they get to that point. It's like it's unexplainable, and you can't. I want to like just pour it into all these little ones. Like, you got it, but they
Yeah.
have to learn on their own.
Yeah, you do. No matter how much advice you get or who you talk to, you have to learn on your own. You have to live, you have to learn, and you have to. That's why I say I learned my lessons. Like I learned my lessons, and then I just get better. I just get better with time.
Yeah, we don't make the same mistakes.
No, you cannot. You cannot make the same mistake
That's
twice.
the pivot. Like when you do that when you're younger, you can get away with it. When you get a little older, the mistakes are a little bit more costly.
Yeah, exactly.
You keep running into those. So you talked
True.
about therapy. I am a big therapy girl.
Okay.
My first experience with therapy was probably when I was 16, I guess. That was court mandated. Not because of anything I did,
Mhm.
but I've had like stints of therapy, and I've been with my therapist now for I think 8 years.
Oh wow.
And I've done a lot of work on myself. But what was your first entry into therapy?
It was just the postpartum, and that was the only therapy I've done. But now I want to go back. I was just talking about it yesterday. I'm like, I'm going to look up a therapist because I don't know. I think I just need it. I don't because I don't talk to anybody about anything in my life, really.
Yeah.
I'm just like really to myself. So I'm like, maybe I do need a therapist to like just inner work for me. But yeah, the only time I ever went to therapy was just to help me get through postpartum. And then I quit that. Like I wasn't there long. I was not there long.
Therapy is really, it's kind of like picking it's picking a partner in some ways. It's not as serious. Obviously, you can fire your therapist and don't have to worry about splitting up assets.
Yeah.
But it is a trial and error process. It's a bit of dating.
Mhm.
Like I've had some therapists that I thought were really good for me, and I was like, whoa, they are totally enabling me. Like,
Yeah.
they think I'm way too cool. Like you need to tell me that this was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. So you really have to find someone that holds you accountable. I really wanted a Black woman that was around my age. I wanted someone that I didn't have to explain certain things to. Like before I was in that situation, I always felt like there was like a gap in the conversation where I'd have to be like, so the reason that I feel this way is because in this scenario, this is like, I don't want to do that. I want you to just at least
know.
understand, and like we're right here, and then we can go from there. And it's been transformative for me to be able to just have those conversations. But therapy to me is in different seasons. Like I'll take breaks,
Okay.
or I'll get in different cadences, like every 2 weeks or once a month or every week if there's a lot going on. But I find it to be kind of like going to the dentist or going to, the acupuncturist or whatever it is that you do for your maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
Your mental health is, and this having gone through postpartum, is as important to everything else that you do.
Yeah.
And if you neglect it, terrible things can happen.
Yeah. I definitely need to find a therapist.
I got a recommendation for you if you need, girl.
I would love that.
It's good. It's
I
good
would
to have a
love
little
that.
balance. Just to dabble.
So do you do acupuncture a lot?
I haven't gone yet. I am going. Have you
Okay.
done it?
Yeah. So the first time I did acupuncture was when I had Bell's palsy. And I found the best lady. Her name's Maureen Koken. She's in Calabasas. and it was my first time doing it, and my whole face was like paralyzed. My whole right side of my face was
Was that from
paralyzed.
pregnancy?
Yeah, it was after my second son. So I was going through Bell's palsy and postpartum at the same time.
Oh my God.
It was bad. But my whole right side of my face was like paralyzed. And I tried everything to like get my face back. And I'm like, I'm just going to be living like this forever. I thought my life was over. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm never going to be able to do anything. Like I couldn't sip out of a water bottle. I had to tape my eye and my mouth closed when I went to sleep. It was crazy. So, anyways, Maureen Koken in Calabasas, she did my acupuncture. She started doing acupuncture on my face, and then it wasn't working. And I'm like, it's not working. And like, ugh, I don't know if I can keep paying you this. And she's like, I'm going to get your face back, Heather. Like, I promise you. So then she did the acupuncture, and then she hooked up like the electric things to it. And she got my face back in like probably like 2-3 months. My face was like back
Wow.
normal. And she did such a good job. So then I started going to her for like just regular acupuncture and just for like stress or anything that I was going through. And I love it.
Yeah, I need to go. It's been recommended to me by a bunch of people. I have a really bad job dealing with stress.
Yeah.
I don't do well with it.
Yeah,
So
me either.
I want to try it. Like I'm not against trying anything like that. I just really need to schedule it. So maybe I'll what's her name?
Maureen Koken.
Maureen Koken.
Mm-hmm.
How do you deal with the feeling of disappointing other people, like people who feel like they look up to you or they're inspired by you and feel like you have let them down?
Oof. I don't deal with that good. I don't like, I'm kind of a people pleaser.
Mm-hmm.
I want everybody to be like happy, and I want to do like everything right. So I don't think I deal with that really good. But I don't think I've disappointed anybody.
Yeah, I know I've disappointed people. I don't
I
deal with
hope
it well
not.
either. Well, I think like just through the course of like being a public figure, people have expectations of you
Yeah.
that they sometimes create most of the time create for themselves, and they stop kind of looking at you as a human who doesn't, who can make mistakes or have missteps. And yeah, it's an interesting feeling when it's not someone you disappointed personally. Like if I let someone down in my life that I can have a conversation with, it's a completely different emotion than feeling that. And I think like being a public figure, being a Black woman, being someone who's a business owner and being a mother and having a partner and like representing all of these things, sometimes people can kind of drum up their own expectations of you.
Yeah, they can. I'm like, girl, I'm just a regular girl just like you. Like, I'm trying my hardest. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. out
We
here.
don't, nobody knows what they're doing.
Like, so I would hope they would give me grace. I hope I didn't disappoint anybody. I want to be like the best, person to look up to. If anybody's looking up to me, I want to, make sure that I'm doing everything right, but I'm learning as I go.
What advice would you give to a young woman who is thinking about being an entrepreneur?
I would just make sure that it is something that you really enjoy doing. Don't get into anything that you don't enjoy doing. And make sure that you stay consistent and just make sure that you love it. But most importantly, stay consistent, I would say, because if you don't stay consistent, because most people just want to start a business and, make a quick dollar or whatever the case, or just say because they have a business or they're selling something because everybody sells something. But you really have to make sure that you believe in it and that you love it and that you stay consistent and that you do something towards your business every day.
What's been your biggest challenge as a businesswoman?
My biggest challenge as a businesswoman is just probably, oh my God, there's so many. There's so many. It's been so hard. Just like being self-taught is the biggest challenge, I would say. Just like I didn't go to school for anything that I'm doing. So I would I'd have to learn everything on my own. I didn't have like a financial advisor. I didn't have anything like that. But I would probably just say like taxes and stuff like that was like a really big challenge for me. I didn't know how important it was when I first started my business. And I learned a whole lot, without having anybody telling me like, this is what you have to do. And then further on into business, I started getting like accountants and like people that can, give me financial advice and stuff like that. But that was probably like my biggest challenge. Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a journey being an entrepreneur. I mean, I've had a business for, I don't even know now, like 12 years, maybe longer. And it's the same. Like if you don't have a background in that, you're just figuring it out. And
Mm-hmm.
I've been grateful that I've had people be able to give me some advice along the way. And honestly, get a bookkeeper. If you can
Yes.
afford a bookkeeper, like
Yes.
get a bookkeeper. Oh my God, please get a bookkeeper. Like get you a little QuickBooks
Mm-hmm.
and get a bookkeeper,
I love
because
QuickBooks.
the way it's going to save you a headache, child.
Girl, oh my God, I had got audited. I'll never forget. I had got audited and I didn't have any of my stuff together. Like, I didn't have any of my
Oh my God.
reports. Like, somebody else was running my website. This was like in the very beginning of my business, like, probably like the first 4 or 5 years into business. And I didn't have like anything from my website. I didn't have any receipts. I wasn't keeping anything, and I was just a mess. Like when I got audited, they're like, "Well, you made all this money? Where is all the stuff at?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, I don't even know. I can't even, And I
Yeah.
got fucked, and because they were just like, "Okay, well, this is what we think that you owe, and this is what we're gonna put." And I was like so devastated.
Yeah.
I was
I'm sick for you. That's horrific.
devastated. And so after that, I got my shit all the way together, all the way together. I'm like, okay, yeah, QuickBooks, accountant,
Yeah.
all the things,
Receipts. Yeah.
receipts. Like the QuickBooks, though, it's the best because you can put your receipt in there, or your link your bank account, have all your transactions, add your receipt to there. Your accountant goes in there and just takes care of everything.
Yeah.
It's the best thing ever.
It is. Please,
Ugh.
please keep your receipts.
Like I
And,
wish I knew that in 2012. Golly.
they just, well, let me not say anything bad about the IRS, but yeah,
I hate
feel
the
you.
IRS. I hate the IRS. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, I feel you. What is this? What's this next chapter look like for you? You are a businesswoman. You're a mom. You said that you're pouring into yourself. You have the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the next dream for you?
The next dream for me is just being the best that I can be. I'm kind of like, I've always been like an influencer, but I never really like actually focused on it. I just was always one and I never knew, but I was always so focused on my businesses and being a business owner and running a business. I feel like now I want to just be the best Heather that I can be and really like tap into my influencer bag. I feel like I've done everything else because I really enjoy it. Like I love getting dressed. I love doing my makeup and skincare and stuff like that. And I just want to be like the most confident Heather that I can be. And I want it to shine through, like through my content and stuff like that. I love doing content. So, yeah, just free and being Heather and just doing what I want and creating content and being confident.
And you're like an OG influencer.
Yeah,
It's changed a lot.
it has changed a lot. And I kind of got lost in the mix with everything that I was going through. So I finally feel like I'm like back on the right track and I feel like confident in it because I didn't want to be on camera. I stopped like doing my YouTube channel. I stopped like a lot of my influencer stuff that I was doing that I didn't even know I was doing to be an influencer.
Why did you stop?
Because I wasn't confident in myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just going through so much. And I didn't really want to share that with the world. But I'm like, Heather, that's what the world wants to see. They want to see the struggle, They want to see the struggle. They want to see you get out of it. I put a little bit out there, but I could have put way more. But I just was like not confident in myself. I didn't want to, always want to share the good things.
Yeah.
And never the bad things. So, yeah.
I mean, I think it's still important to be strategic about what bad things you share. And you talked about your viral moment. Not that that was a bad thing, but like you can see how sharing certain things can not be met with gratitude
Yeah.
from the public, so to speak. Like I think there's a realness and an authenticity to sharing struggles
Yeah.
or failures as part of like your testimony or, you know, whatever we want to call it. But yeah, I'm very cautious about that because I don't know that it's always rewarded. Like,
Yeah.
I think people ask for that, like, oh, you know, you only post your wins. Like, yeah, well, when I post my failures, you guys shit on my head.
Exactly.
So why would I open up about that? Like,
I know.
it's and you hold it against me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've talked about being in abusive relationships, and for the most part, it's been not met with positivity, obviously, but like, you know, it's been a part of my journey, and I think I've been able to help some people.
That's good.
But yeah, it's also something that is absolutely used against me all the time.
Yeah.
And that's not hurtful to me because these people are fucking idiots, but it is something that is a part of the story.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, I do wonder, like, I would like to see, like, I love hearing, not love hearing, really sorry it happened to you,
Okay.
but I do like hearing you talk about and be open about, you know, struggling with your confidence and struggling with postpartum and struggling with like wanting to be out there because yeah, people go through those things.
Yeah. I know. I'm like, and I want to be relatable too. And I know people are probably going through the same thing. So you want to be able to help people. But one time I was on the internet and I was like, I cried. And that was my first time ever crying on the internet. And I was so relatable to so many people, which made me happy because I thought people were gonna be like, oh my God, this girl's crying on the internet. Like she just wants attention, da 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 da. But I just felt like I needed to share it. I don't know why. I was just working out one day and I just started crying. And so many people, like it's on my TikTok, but so many people still comment on that video. And it was like 3 years ago. And I'm just like, wow, this video of me being so vulnerable, crying on the internet helped so many people, you know, and now they see me like out of it. So that's, I'm like, okay, it is good to share, you know, the low points in life. So people, once you get out of there and once you grow, people can see the growth and see you overcome it. And that's rewarding.
Yeah.
Know?
What's been your favorite part of your career so far?
My favorite part of my career? Oh my gosh, I don't know. I love every step, every stage. Um Probably now. It's my favorite part right now. I've been through so much. And I just feel like I'm my happiest right now. Probably because probably because I'm focused on myself and like not like solely on a business.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so focused like solely on a business and how much money I was making and making sure that I did everything right. And I had a flood at Sorella. And after that, I feel like it was just God telling me like, it's time to like switch it up. Cause I would have never given up. Well, I didn't give it up, Sorella at the time, but I just kind of like took my foot off the gas a little bit after that everything happened at my store. And running a store was just a lot for me. It was just a lot. So we just did online and I was able to start another business. I started my nail business. It's another thing that I was passionate about. And then Terrell was able to start his podcast back on Fig that I was a part of too. And I feel like it was just God saying like, this is a lot right now for y'all.
Yeah.
And you can do other things that you enjoy too. So I'm gonna take you away from this right now. Go build these other things. And I feel like right now I built all those businesses and now it's like I'm building myself, you know, and like pouring into myself, and I can go back to that whenever I want and, you know, put my foot on the gas whenever it's time to do that. So
I think like leaning into the pivot is really important, and trusting
Yeah.
your gut on that. Like, I've found that I'm going through a phase where I have to learn to trust myself again.
Yeah.
And like, especially in business, like there's chapters where you're like, everything's hitting, everything's
Mhm.
working. Like we could build a skyscraper. Like we
Yeah.
could do anything. Like
Yeah.
it's all working. And then something happens and you're like, oh wait, like this was not, we have to find a new way.
Yeah.
And like leaning into the pivot and knowing when it's not like, okay, the message is not rebuild the store, start over. The message is try something different,
Yeah.
and being able to trust that like that's what's happening.
Yeah. And that was really hard for me too, because I'm like, Terrell's like, you just have to trust yourself. You're gonna make the right decision, whatever you do. And I'm like, okay, I'm I'm not, because I would have done anything to like get that store back together, and because I didn't have like the right insurance that I was supposed to have.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of like got fucked out of that situation. But that's why I'm just like, it's God and it's God's timing. And he was telling me like it's time, you know? And I had just had my third baby. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna trust myself to go build another business, or put my energy into something else, put my energy into helping Terrell with his dream, because he helped me so much, like with Sorella. Like, I told him I wanted to start a business and he helped me do that. And that business took off more than we expected, and it needed all hands on deck. Like, my sister helped me, Terrell was there always helping me. And I feel like he helped me like build my dream, and it was time for him to like pour into himself too, you know? And it was time for me to help him build his dream, you know? So I was able to do that, and I was like, it's just all God's timing. Like, everything's working out how it's supposed to
Yeah.
work out. But at the time, I was so scared. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to make the right decision. And Terrell told me, he's like, you have to trust yourself. So when you said trust yourself, I'm like, yeah, it's important, and just listen.
It's nice to have a partner that you can lean on in those situations too.
Oh yeah. And he's so supportive, and he's so strong, and I need that, cuz I'll cry, and I'll doubt myself, and I'll go through those little phases, and he's like completely opposite. He's like super positive and confident, and he instills that into me, which is why I really, really love him. People are like, why is she with him? Nah, 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 nah. But it's just like, you don't know certain things. You don't know him like I know him, you know? Like, he's crazy. He has his own personality, you know, online and stuff. He just doesn't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
He just doesn't. But he has like a soft side to him, and he has really good qualities in him that I appreciate. And I feel like that's why us as partners, like, we go together so well. So
That's so sweet.
yeah.
That's my man.
Yep.
Do you have any moments of grief over the past couple years in dealing with postpartum and dealing with shifting the business? And so, sometimes I feel like I'm just like grieving old versions of myself that I feel were kind of stolen from me through like trauma and experiences.
Yeah. I feel like, because I don't really like change, so I try to just have everything the same, and I like to hold on to, how things are going, or whatever the case. But I've learned that you just have to let go, and you have to grow, and you're not always going to be the same person. Not everything is going to be the same. Things in life are going to change, and it's all for the best. It's all for the better.
It is. And it's like, I think when you go through a lot of things, especially all at once, and I'm like adjusting to this as well, because I've gone through so many life changes over the past 2 years, that you have to start writing what the story is for
Yeah.
yourself. Like, when big things happen, it feels like a lot, and you're like, okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all of this. And then the further you get away from it, then you start to write the story of like what it means for your future.
Yeah, exactly. and you just become you just become a different person after you like you shed that person, and then you just become into a new person. It's like, dang, I was going through that. Like when I look back at it now, like, dang, I was actually I looked like that, or I felt like that. And when I look at my video crying, or I look at my YouTubes of having Bell's palsy or postpartum, because I talked about it in spurts here and there. um I'm just like, dang, I really got out of that. And like, I'm really a whole new person. And I know 5 years from now, I'm going to be a whole new person. You know, it's just crazy.
How does that work within your relationship of like the changes that you guys go through? Because you've been together for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you're a different person than you were when you guys met, and I'm sure he is as well. And that to me, I think, is like the unspoken thing about long-term relationships that like people sort of ignore, is that you're really choosing someone through every phase and every version of them,
For
which
sure.
can be very different than what it was when things started.
Yeah, for sure. We've been talking about that a lot lately, because I'm just little certain things. I'm like, I'm not like the 19-year-old Heather that you met. You know what I mean? I'm a
Yeah.
whole different woman now, and I require different things. So you have to do this XYZ now that I never really cared
Yeah.
for 5-10 years ago. But I do think that he has loved me through every phase of me. That's one thing I will say. He's loved me through every phase of me. He's supported me, and he's stuck with me through my worst times, which is why I'll forever like give him so much like praise. Because people will leave. When it gets hard, people will leave.
Yeah.
And he's never left me. He's always been there for me. He's like my rock. He's like so supportive of me, and really determined to like help me get out of the rut and like to the next step. So yeah, I really appreciate that with him. What was the question there? I forgot the question.
Like loving someone through different phases.
Yeah.
Because like I think about even just friends, like friends that I've had for a really long time, and the different versions of them that have existed, like when we were kids, when we were teenagers, or we were 19, or in our early 20s, or even early 30s, or when they were married and now they're divorced, or like just all these different types of versions of those kind of long-term friendships. And then equating that to being in a long-term partnership.
Yeah.
It's just like you are choosing this person in all of their different versions, and they are different versions. Like
Yeah.
I am a different person than I was when I was 19.
Yeah.
I'm a different person. Like what I care about, what I think about, what I talk about, where I go, what I eat, how I work out, where I live, what kind of clothes I wear, how I do my makeup, how I do my nails, how I spend my money, if I had money, like everything about me is different.
Everything about me is different. Yeah. You do have to just wake up and choose your person every day.
Yep.
Like you have to wake up and choose that person every single day and love them through every single phase. If you want that. If you want that. If you want it. You know, if you don't want it, people will get lazy. People are selfish. People don't care about their partner or other people. They only care about themselves. So I feel like we both care about each other. Like even if we're not together, like I'll tell him all the time, even if we're not together, I'm still going to love you the same. You know, I'm still going to love you the same. I'm still going to want the best for you. You're still always going to be my family. You've been in my life for 15 years. Like I'm not ever just going to,
Right.
you know, you're my kid's dad.
The thing that you said, I think that is the most resonant, and it is lost so much when we talk about relationships, is that you have to choose that person.
Yeah.
Because the difference between, because people talk about this a lot when they talk about having kids and having a partner, like you can give up your child for adoption. You can leave. You can be a deadbeat and leave, whatever. You still have a child in the world.
Yeah.
Okay. You still can't say you're childless.
Right.
You have created an offspring. Okay.
Yeah.
If we do a DNA test, that belongs to you. All right.
Uh-huh.
You don't have to claim it. You don't raise it, be in the same country, whatever. Somewhere in the world, you have an offspring.
Right.
There's no way to detach yourself from that existence. When you leave a partner or a marriage, you're no longer married.
Right.
You're no longer together. The commitment level that it takes to have a long-term relationship inherently means it's a choice. Like, you can choose not to be a parent, but you are still a parent.
Right.
That is following you around the world. You choose not to participate or not. You have to choose that person every day. Every single day. You wake
Every
up,
single
I
day.
choose to be with you. I choose to be with you when you're mad. I choose to be with you when you're annoying the fuck out of me. I
Yeah.
choose to be with you when you've done something horrible to me. Like there are all these different phases of that person, and you are choosing. It's why when people talk to me about marriage, I'm like, it's like, why, like, oh, like, you know, what are your thoughts on marriage since you've been divorced, whatever. I'm like, listen, there were so many things that I didn't know about marriage, about long-term commitment when I got married that I wish that I knew. There's so many different things about myself that I wish I knew. But the one thing is that it's not sexy. It's not fun to say. But the reality is you're just choosing a person every day for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You're just waking up. I choose this person. Let's go do life together.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
There's a million other like loop-de-loops you can throw on it.
Right.
But at the end of the day, that's what it is.
That's what it comes down to. Wake up, choose this person, and go through life together, and make sure that you're happy. That's most important.
But sometimes you won't be happy. Like there
Not
are
through every phase.
There are
yeah.
seasons where you aren't happy and you're not on the same page. And you're not relating to each other, or you go through a little sex drought, or you aren't feeling your best, or you're going through a health situation that has to be dealt with. Like, and it's on both of you to know that there are going to be phases of that.
Yeah.
Like, to your point about people not sticking through it, I don't know what the stat is. It's something ridiculous. I'm going to butcher it. Haley, if you can look it up for me. But the amount of men that leave their partner when they get terminally ill.
Oh my God.
Like,
that's horrible.
It's insane. I want to say it's like 80% or something.
That is crazy.
It's horrific.
I would never.
Yeah, of course not.
I would
like,
never.
Of course you wouldn't. Like, that's what the commitment is.
Like,
it's
what?
like, okay, so you no longer can service me in any way, so there's no point in me being here. Like, it's just a horrifying idea. Excuse me?
Oh
How can it be more than 100%? Oh, more likely to. Thank you, Specs. Basically, it's gonna happen. Six. You ain't even married yet, Specs. You already leaving. 600. What is it? 600 and what percent more likely? Yeah. It's what percent? Male partners are 624% more likely to leave. Okay, wow. I'm not making this a man-woman conversation, but my point really is that you have to Specs, you're stupid. I already left my wife. It's about choosing the person through everything.
It is. Wait, what was your favorite part about being married?
My favorite part about being married was the feeling of having my partner. Like knowing this is the journey we're going on. And that feeling is very peaceful to me. I had a very unstable childhood, and like peace and security and safety are some of my top priorities in any relationship in my life, in any version, family, friends, business, romantic. And like just knowing that was like a safe space that was mine was really important.
Yeah.
And I think like if I was to get married again, which I'm not against, but it's not something I'm aspiring to, really peace is the most important thing to me in my life. I at this point in my life, like I don't care about anything else. If you disrupt my peace in any way, you got to go.
Yeah.
I can't handle it. I have no patience. So peace and would be the priority. But also if I was to get married again, I really would just have all of the conversations. Like, I'm 39, so it's like a little different. I'm not entering into marriage for the same reasons as someone who would at a younger age. So like we have to have the hard conversations.
Yeah.
Not that that's going to alter anything, but like we got to know what we're getting into right now. Like there's no reason we should be married and being like, oh, you don't have a bank account.
Yeah.
We're not doing that.
Yeah. No.
I'm not going on some whirlwind romance to get married in Vegas. Like those days you miss the window. Those days are behind me.
Right.
Yeah. So that those things, the priorities for me have completely changed. And I know myself better.
Yeah.
I know my weaknesses better. And I think just like as a woman, I really enjoyed through my 30s making the mistakes that I've made, and which I didn't do in my 20s. I made a fuck ton of mistakes in my 20s, but I didn't learn from any of them. And 30s to me was like applying the learned lessons, like you said earlier, like not making the same mistakes, being accountable to myself, being accountable to others, knowing what my boundaries are. Like the biggest thing in therapy, I went in day one, like, look, we got a lot to cover, girl. But the main thing that I know I am terrible at is boundaries. Like I need to build that muscle. It is completely dormant. It's never existed. I need boundaries. I don't know how to enforce them. Please teach me how. So like things like that have been great throughout my 30s. And I'm just looking forward to in my 40s really building on the confidence and, you know, all the things that you're saying you're experiencing now, where just you really start to come into your own in a different way.
Yeah.
Like, do you ever look at
I
yourself
love
as a
that.
picture of yourself like in your 20s? You're like, wow,
Yeah.
what was I doing?
Yes. Oh my God. So many.
Crazy.
Oh my
I don't want
gosh.
any throwback pictures. I post no throwback pictures. Like, you guys are not seeing this of me. Please. Oh my God. What?
It's okay. It's a part of the growth.
Oh, girl, never. I don't want any evidence of that chapter. I used to wear purple contacts.
Oh my gosh. Purple contacts.
I'll give you one more. I dated a man that wore purple contacts
Oh wow. That's crazy.
from the hair store.
Oh no. Oh no. That's a little crazy, Joy.
A little crazy? I bought contacts that went into my eyeballs from the same place that I bought my weave.
Oh my God. I remember those days too.
Crazy. I had all the colors. I had green, amber,
I'm
purple.
wearing contacts again now though.
You wear
I'm wearing
contacts.
color contacts again now.
The color contacts are not the problem. It's the
the
fact that they
purple.
were purple or that they were purchased from the hair store.
Mhm.
And I had no fear of putting them bitches in my eyeball.
That is funny.
If that ruined my eyeball, it was cooked. What am I going to do? I'm going to go down to the hair store and complain? You're
Right.
supposed to get those from a doctor.
I know. Oh my God, I have a crazy story. I just started wearing the color contacts again, and I got faded one night, and I came home, and I guess I took my contacts out, but I didn't know. I took one out, went to sleep, woke up the next morning. I couldn't open my eyes, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, oh my God, I think I'm blind. Like, that's how bad it was. That's how much I couldn't see. So Terrell rushed me to an eye doctor. I was like, I don't know. Like, I think my contact is like lost in my eye or something. And so I was watching my cameras in my room, and I'm like, I have to figure out what I did when I got home. So I was in the mirror and I took one contact out, but I scratched my eye because I have these extra long nails. So he's like, you have a big scratch on your eye. He was like, it's very, very painful when you scratch your eye. But I was so faded. I'm like at home, like trying to get my contacts out. And he was like, let's not wear these contacts anymore unless they're prescribed to you, because this is not safe for you, Heather. Okay. I was like, okay.
Or let's just wear them on cutesy nights.
Yeah, cutesy.
And not,
Exactly.
and not the get lit nights.
Exactly.
Oh my God, that's terrifying. Yeah,
but it was
the eye
crazy.
things scare me. Like I can do contacts, but yeah, I will not be wearing them from, I don't recommend you buying them from the hair store.
No.
Like you can get a lot of things from the hair store, very useful. Anything that goes in your eyeball, do not recommend. He did get a tattoo of my name though.
Okay.
One of two. Was there two?
Oh, so 2 guys got you tatted.
I
I
just
know
think if
that's
I'm lying.
right.
Am I lying about that? I feel like that's right. I feel like there was another one. I think there was another one. I can't remember, but there's definitely one. On his chest. I did not tell him to do this. I told him he should have had a Snickers. It was not a good idea.
Terrell has my name tatted on his face.
Girl, you have 3 children together. Of course he has your name tattooed on
No,
his
but
face.
he got it on my face before we had kids.
Oh. Well, he loves
Maybe
you.
when I was pregnant with Zoe, actually. My first one.
Yeah. Look, you don't have his name on your face.
No.
No, I didn't know this. Where?
Oh my gosh. Do you have any guys tatted?
No.
Oh gosh.
God forbid. Oh my God. What a, whew,
I
I've
wouldn't
never even been-
recommend.
I've never even been close. No, I mean, do what you want. I actually think it's really cute when you get the little initials
Yeah, that's cute.
on the thing. Like, I think that's very cute. Or like a little sign or something on your ring fingers or whatever. Like, I think Zendaya and Tom's are really cute. Like, she has like the little T.
Well, I made the mistake of getting Terrell's old Instagram name tatted on me. His old Instagram name.
How dare he change the name?
I know. But it was like,
Terrell, what are we doing?
it was a phase in his life. He's like, I can't be. It was when he was like with Tyga and stuff, and they had the whole Last Kings brand and stuff. So their names were King, like King Trell, Tyga, whatever. King Tyga on Instagram. And I got King Trell big here, right here. So you can see it when I wear crop tops or swimsuits and I'm like, this is getting lasered off because this is something that I did in my 20s like an idiot. And I just don't want it. It's not that I don't want his name on me. It's
Yeah, but you
just
just want it different.
It's his Instagram. It's
Yeah.
old Instagram name. And it's huge.
He has to keep it. He had to keep the name. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm on your side. That's crazy. That's
So
crazy that he does he not want you to get it lasered off?
No, he's like, yeah, get it lasered
Oh,
off.
okay.
He's like, this
What's
is
his fault? He changed the name.
I know.
Yeah, no, I could not. It's not that I'm actually even really against it at this point. Because if I was to get married, like, why not? Also, tattoos can get removed, so it's not that big of a deal. Like when I was like 19, getting a tattoo was like the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I almost got my entire back done that once though.
Oh God.
It was a phase. Like I was very close. Like everyone was getting full back tattoos, and
Oh
it
no.
was crazy.
And it's painful. I'm like, why did I even do that?
Yeah, I made a lot better choices than I made a lot worse choices, but not permanently on my body. Thank you so much for coming down.
Oh,
Thank you for being
so
on the
much for
show.
having me.
Make sure you follow Heather Sanders, follow Money for Nails,
Yes.
Sorella
thank you.
Boutique,
Yes.
and Official Safe to Say.
Thank you.
And make sure you check out their show. And thank you for being so open and vulnerable about everything.
Yeah,
It
thank
was
you
really
so
great
much.
to have
you made
you.
me feel so comfortable.
Oh, I love that. Thank
I
you. And you
appreciate
like
it.
match the set, coordinated.
Thank you. It's so nice here.
Thank you.